polishing my boots. WD-40. Wicked stuff. Because these ones are pretty much dead. New ones. Paid a little bit more. I thought I'd try my luck with these ones. And let's get rid of that oil. Because these are a better leather boots than these cheaper ones. So in theory, they will last longer. In theory. But I thought I'd give it a go. They were on a special offer, so I thought, why not? Because it's a proper leather, just keep throwing WD-40 at it. Soaks in, keeps the leather supple, keeps them waterproof. Fashion guru Kev giving you advice. Anyway, folks, how you doing? Hope you're smiling, hope you're happy. Coffee with Kev? No, Kev's having a coffee. Been busy, still keeping busy, still got lots to do. It's never ending. But what I'm hoping to show you is, and thank you, I can't remember without going back, if I remember I put you in the comments, one viewer where I said about levelling the ground up for where I'm going to move containers, suggested that the trees I cut down, I could use them to infill, and I was a little bit unsure, didn't poo-poo the advice, done a little bit of research, and it's like, yeah, it will work. And so that's kind of what I'm doing, and I'll show you in a minute. But it's down to thank you to the viewers, and that one particular viewer. If you know who you obviously, if you're watching, you know who you are. I truly thank you for your advice, because it saved me money, because I'd have had to end up getting more stone in and things like this. You know, which means I've got to purchase stone. That's not cheap. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we'll get you up to speed with little bits and pieces as to what we're doing. Yeah, kind of still moving stuff from A to B. Well, as you can see, yeah, look, blue sky, sunshine, free electricity. Still having a few icy mornings. Not that you can see that on here, but still a little bit of ice. More importantly, as you can see, the area around me here, I've felled the trees. There's a few bits yet to move. I'm nearly finished doing that, and then obviously I'm then going to transport all of this area. Let me come down and sort of show you, if I don't fall arse over apex. This could be a £200 clip, if you remember what that means, people. But this area here now, obviously the mound there was what I dug out the hole where I had the car tent. So I just literally used a digger, kind of shove it up on top. Getting the tree roots, I've got to dig all the tree roots out, and then basically I'm going to cut out an area to about here. From here, this soil, which is, you can't really see, but it's very, very stone. It's stone and clay, this area is, and it's very good for landfill to make a solid ground. So using what I've got, moving stuff from A to B, I'm going to use this on top of the trees that I have moved over to level up the ground where the containers are. Quite a bit of work there to be done, you will see. The area from A over there will be moved over here. because I'm cutting out a space so that it's going to be level ground. Because you kind of capture it all on one video. But where my pallet fort is and where I will be, because that will eventually not be there, and that'll all be sort of the long length timber store for logging. So, you know, basically my log processing department, for better words. So I'm going to be digging out to do this. So the places that I can, yeah, stick digger, you know, vehicles that I'm not using, things like that, I can put over there, so it just frees up the car park for coming in and going out. Trying to make a little more flat space. So all the trees, as you can see over the back here, I've thrown them there. Yes, they are a lot higher than I want them. Yes, I have smashed them down as best I can with the digger bucket and tracked over with the digger as best I can. Then I'm going to get the chainsaw, cut through, just rough cutting, just so that it just gets it to settle down a little more. And then again, digger bucket, track over it. And then if I need to do it again until it's nicely compacted, or reasonably compacted, prior to moving all of that sawn and stone. That sawn and stone, as I build this area up and out, that will compact it down permanently. And obviously track across and that'll compact it. And then we will have a container, a work area, external work area, another container, and hopefully a very large log store, so that I can have storage of logs, log processing department, all in one area. Neat and tidy, just as my mother would like it. Bless you, Mum. And I've just seen her. She's there. There's a little robin over there, keeping an eye on me. So that is what we're going to be doing, is getting that down, prepping that as best we can, get the roots out. Again, the roots, very slow rotting. Put those over here prior to the stone and the soil going on top, and hopefully that will be compacted sufficiently. I'll see how I go. I can't guarantee this one. I may have to get a little bit of stone in, I may not. Hopefully, because it's clay and stone, I may get away with it. Because once the container's down, and a container sits on each corner on the 4 feet, that's where the bulk of the weight is on one of those shipping containers. So if I've got some old curbstones, if I put them where the feet are going to go, and if it does sink down a bit, that's okay. And then the ground will take up the rest of the weight. It should support it. The container itself, empty, weighs, it's about 2 tons. That's the average for a 20-foot container. And I would imagine I would probably never have more than 2 or 3 tons maximum in any of the containers. But if it's sat and it's spread, it won't go any further. So long as I've tracked over, which I'll explain all that as I do it, and done it properly. So there we go. That is my task. A to B. A to B. Bit repetitive this, isn't it? But it's fun. As you can see from the time lapse, you'll see that it's dropped down a bit through me hacking away with the chainsaw. You'll also, if you picked up on it, you'll see me dropping down a few holes. But basically I've cut the thicker stuff, thinner stuff, just basically getting it to come down a little bit. Then I can go over, push it down with the digger, track over with the digger. Purposely at the back there, where you see this lot still remains high, I'm using that because that is as far as I want to be going with landfill. So I'm kind of using the longer bits there, leaving it like that, to act as a little bit of a barrier, just so that obviously when I'm moving the soil about here, it doesn't just go down the bank, to try and retain it a little. But that's what we've got with that. If I just turn the camera around, you can sit there and see the ruts that the digger's been making. Well, I've been trying to compact. Basically here, you see, like the bit deeper here, it's where the ground has been so wet. I mean, it's still soft now, but this now will compact down again. Now that it's drying out, tracking over with the digger, it'll compact it down again, evening it out. It's a case of continually just keep tracking over, compressing, 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 and it'll make a good, solid surface. Time to get the digger going. As you can see, hopefully you can hear me because of the engine. What I'm doing is, this dumper weighs just under 2.5 tonne. There's about 3 tonne of soil in there, so we've got a combined weight of about 5.5 tonne. Rounded down, 5 tonne. What I do is I track in when I've got a loaded dumper. I built up some ground, and then I dump some, and then I loose track it with a digger, and then basically I just go forwards and backwards, and that is pushing it down really quite severe. Bearing in mind what is going to be sat in these places will never exceed, in such a concentrated area, this amount of weight. So weight spread with everything I do. This is compacting it down pretty damn good, and then I final it and using the bucket and the blade to level, compact down again. So there you go. And then once I've done that, tip it up. I know this bit's boring, but I try to cheat. By doing that, then instead of having one pile and then having to get the digger to do all the work, spreading it out reasonable, then I can go over with the digger using the blade, and that'll get it more or less level. And then I just, when I'm tamping down those gaps, yeah, just level it up. It doesn't have to be like a billiard ball level, but I'm getting there. It's compacting down. I'm gonna have the right surface or right flat area to be able to put containers. It's a winner, isn't it? I didn't really want to bore you. As you can see, I'm going really fast. This, ironically, is flat out for a digger. Well, my digger anyway. All I'm doing is half a track at a time. And I've been going from you, the camera, across towards the trees, and then I've done a diagonal line, and now I'm going across, literally half a track at a time, compressing down, compressing down, compressing down. And as you can see from what you saw a little bit earlier, you only really get them with the ground in places. I mean, just over here outside, this is proper solid from old, but it's getting firmer. Very little in the way of indentation of the digger here. That is compacted pretty much as best you can. It gets a little bit softer in places where we still have a little bit of moisture in the ground. But as you can see, it's doing the job. It's making it look pretty. But no, I mean, it's not about looking pretty. Compacting it down. Pressure, pressure, pressure. That weighs 2.7 tons and it's constantly pushing it down, pushing it down. And there you go. Oh, bless her. It's getting late in the day. She's not had her dinner yet. The other one's up there. But there you have it. 2.5 days of constant working with the digger and the dumper, tracking it in, filling the gaps, tracking it in. Still a little bit, it's still slightly uneven, but you're never going to play billiards on it. It's only for sitting containers on, so it will be stable enough. And I've gone beyond that way so that there's more ground where the back of the container a bit. There's ground coming out there just to support the back of the container a bit, just to shore it up. But that's 2.5 days of solid work. It measures 20, about 30 foot by about 38 foot this way, and just a little bit here and about 4 feet over there. And I've created a hole. Let's go and show you the hole. And there's a hole. Bearing in mind that from here going that way to there, that's where the car tent was. So I've dug out all of this area here, which measures roughly 3, 6, 9, 12. It's about 15 feet and it's about 20 foot going in. Future, long way off, but future possibilities of needing another level area. So kind of utilising the land as best I can and materials accordingly. Yeah, there's create a flat area there, create a flat area there. So it's just moving A to B. But I've now got a very good working area, better containers and storage and things, and this is a long way down the road plan, but future proofing, that's the plan, future proofing. 2.5 days solid with that. That goes back in the morning, thank Christ. I've had enough. It's been hard going doing this on my own, but it's done. So there we have it, folks. I'm going to probably have a chill day tomorrow. No, that won't happen. But there you go. Anyway, folks, chicken logo's up the top there on the right hand side. Comments, you know I love those comments. And we shall see you on the next one. Keep smiling. Keep being happy. You know you can. Take care, folks. Ta-da.